video, I'm going to be sharing with you a requested tutorial from my group on how to cut this stylish off-shoulder shower robe. So if this is something you like, kindly hit on the subscribe button. So to cut my pattern, here is my pattern paper, and for this pattern all I need is my shoulder to bust. Then go ahead to get your full length, that is from your shoulder to the lower part of your body, your leg, and whatever you get, go ahead to add like extra 10 to 20 inches on it. So because I'm using a pattern paper, I'm just making use of roughly 60 inches for my length. So here I'm going to go ahead to mark my shoulder divided by 2. But when marking for your pattern, you will not use your exact shoulder. You can add extra 1 to 3 inches to your shoulder to your measurement. Don't use your exact shoulder at this point. I came down by 1 inch and I connected for my shoulder slope. So the next thing is to find your chest line, which is your bust circumference divided by 6 plus 1.5 inches. So which I marked. I drew out a straight line there, and after drawing out the straight line, I drew out my bust line. That is my shoulder to bust line. So the next step I'll take is to mark the exact measurement I have at my shoulder, and I'll connect this all the way up. So I'll go ahead to place this, and I'll divide what I have remaining at that point, and I will go ahead to mark my bust measurement and add extra inches to it. You can add like extra 3 inches to your actual measurement. This is because this pattern is not meant to be free on your body. So from here I connected to the armhole, that is the ½ inch at the armhole, and to the upper part. So the next step I'll take is to place my tape, and I'll mark my shoulder to waistline. From that point I will measure 7 inches down because I want to get my hip point. So the reason why I'm doing this is that you want to make sure that your pattern is not tight on your body. So while cutting this, you are going to cut it in form of an A line or flay. So to fold your fabric, you can use, the minimum you should use is 18 inches. So to make this fuller, you can use more than 18 inches. So because I'm working directly on a pattern paper, I'm cutting mine on 18 inches. But when you're working on yours, please don't go ahead to like add extra inches. You can use up to like 20 to 30 inches to make it flow very well, depending on how flow and how full you want it to be. So at this point, I went ahead to mark my bust measurement, and I added extra 3 inches to my actual measurement. So just like I said, the pattern is not meant to be free on your body. So from here, I'll connect to 18 inches to the lower part of my body. Sorry, the lower part of my pattern, and I'll go ahead to use my marker to outline. So the next step is to come down by at least 4 to 5 inches from your shoulder because it's an off shoulder dress. Now I'll go ahead to curve it all the way down. So this totally depends on how you want the curve to be, but I went ahead to readjust it again because I was not okay with what I had earlier. Now I'll go ahead to cut this out. After cutting this out, I'll go ahead to use it to cut the back of the dress. So now I'm going to place this pattern this way, the armhole going towards the end, because the center of this dress has like a train. Just like when you're making your mermaid dress, it has like a train. But because I'm working with a pattern paper, my own extension will be smaller. So now for the back pattern, whatever you have at your shoulder, you can double it times 2 or add extra 10 to 20 inches to it. Remember, my shoulder is 14 and we added extra 2 inches, making it 9. So that 9 inches you have there, you can go ahead to add extra 10 inches to 20 inches to it. So why are you adding this extra inches to it? This is because we are going to have a gathers at the lower part. So from this part now, I'll extend to the lower part of the back, giving it that mermaid effect. So if you're working on your actual pattern at the lower part, you should add at 15 to 20 or more inches to the lower part to give it that full train effect at the lower part of your dress. So just like I said, I marked the shoulder, and after marking that is the new shoulder we used, then you're going to add an extension to it, like extra 10 inches or more. So because I'm cutting this directly on the pattern paper, I just added 5 inches so that I'll still have space to slant. So when you're folding the back pattern, you can use like the shoulder measurement you used plus extra 20 to 30 inches to give it that flowy effect. So after marking my shoulder plus extra inches on top, I'm going to slant it all the way down. So at this point, it's meant to be more pronounced, like an A line, but because I'm using a pattern paper, mine stopped at this point, and I'll go ahead to cut it out. So at this point, if you haven't yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, please don't forget to hit on the subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up, leave your comment also at the comment section. So for this dress, you can go ahead to measure from the front side of your armhole to the back side of your armhole. Then you now use the measurement, but because this pattern is a free pattern, what you're going to do is to add extra inches to what you have. So let's say round from the front side of your armhole to the back side, if you place your tape starting from the front to the back, if you have like 8 inches, you can go ahead to use or make use of 12 to 15 inches, because what we have here is actually free. So now after that, you'll be cutting out a strip of fabric that is about 2 inches on fold. Now you're going to go ahead to place, and you're going to pin it, and you'll be top stitching or stitching and weaving it out later. So this will now be the part that will serve as the joining between the front and the back of the dress. So now from here, just like I said, you can measure what you have around your armhole, or you can add extra inches, but what we have on the thumbnail is a bit free. So whatever you have, go ahead to add extra inches to it, and you're going to pin this. Now for the back, remember we added extra few inches to it. So why we added that is because you're going to gather this part. You want it to have a fuller effect. So I will just go ahead to pleat. You can pleat or run a gather stitch on that part. Then moving over to the side of the dress, so after cutting it, I noticed the armhole will be tight and not give you that free effect you want. Now you can go ahead to extend your armhole a bit so that you'll be comfortable with it, and it will be okay to take the elaborate or exaggerated sleeve that we have on the dress. So this is what I have on this part now, and I'm going to go ahead to cut out the sleeve. To cut out the sleeve, you use a freehand method, which is the easiest. So you can use like 20 inches on fold, 25 inches on fold, or 30 inches on fold. So run a straight line and just run a little curve, because you're just going to run a gather stitch at the upper part. So choose any sleeve length of your choice, and you're going to be creating an elastic casing at the lower part. At the upper part of your sleeve, you notch the middle. Then you're going to gather your sleeve, and you're going to place it on the midpoint of this off shoulder part of this dress, and you're going to go ahead to attach it to the end of your sleeve and also attach it. Make sure you run like a gather stitch there. Then you add an elastic casing, like fold up the lower part and pass your elastic through it. So if you have any question, go ahead to leave it at the comment section.